Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports, live watch along of the Women's Super League between Man Utd Women and Spurs Women this afternoon. It's the early kickoff today before the other fixtures take place later today in the Women's Super League, which you can see on my left. Man United versus Tottenham to start off with, Birmingham City versus Reading later on, Arsenal versus Brighton and Hove Albion, and then finally to wrap up the day it's West Ham United versus Everton. So we're doing one Women's Super League game today, and this is part of our double bill coverage, which we'll be doing throughout today, which is this game and then the Champions League game in the Women's Champions League, that is, not the men's. They don't play it on the weekends, but it's going to be an interesting one today, though, between this one, because Man United are fighting for that third place to get into next season's Women's Champions League. Let me just change my camera for a moment, as I'm a bit out of sync. The game will kick off in about 2 minutes' time. There we go. That's a bit better. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks, and let us know your predictions for today's game. So just waiting for the game to begin. Players are out on the field. And it looks as though United will be the team to kick off. We got a message from Greg Livingstone saying, hi, I'm going for a 1-0 Tottenham win. All right. So that would be a absolute disaster for Man United Women in their bid for the Women's Champions League if they don't win today, as the teams kneel just before the game's about to kick off from the referee. Lossie Jones says, I'm going for 3-0 Spurs. Total Spurs. Interesting. And the game is kicked off. So Man United attacking from right to left. Spurs attacking from left to right. They're playing in the all yellow or maybe gold away kit for Spurs today. We'll go through the lineups. If I can find it in front of me. So here are the lineups. So Man United have Earps in goal, even though they've actually just recently brought back Harris, I think it was. Was it Harris? Yeah, Harris back to the team. They've got in defence Amy Turner, then Smith, Millie Turner, and then Batul. And then in midfield you got Staniforth and Zellum. In front of them it's Tone, Zigsworth and Kristen Press. And then Hansen on her own up front. For Spurs, they've got Spencer in goal. In defence, it's Green, Zadowski, Harrop and Neville. In midfield, it's three in midfield, Cho, Graham and Kennedy. And then three up front from left to right, it's Naz, Dean and Williams. So Man United currently trying to chase the ball down as the Spurs backline have got it. It's a nice sunny day at the Lee Sports Village where they're playing the game. That's where United women's team normally play. Even though it was not long ago, it was a few weeks ago that Man United women made history by actually playing at Old Trafford, which I'm glad they did it. Here comes Spurs though. They're looking for that first goal already, just a minute or so in. And it's gone across the goal mouth, and United have been able to pick up that deadly ball. So yeah, do get in touch, folks. Put in your predictions, just like Lossie Jones and Greg Livingstone have done already. Big game this, of course. Arsenal play Brighton later, so United, I'm sure, after they play this game, they'll be keeping an eye on how Arsenal do. Spurs have an injury here. It's going to be a free kick. And Spurs have taken it, only to be going straight to Turner. And I think Staniforth has it for United, which shouldn't be a problem. Do subscribe to the channel as well, folks, if you haven't already. We do try and cover as much women's football as we can. Here comes Kristen Press onto the ball. Can she score? Straight at the goalkeeper, but United having their first attack of the game. It went through in behind the defence for Kristen Press. She wasn't offside, just completely outpaced her opponent. And Kristen Press straight at Earps. Sorry, not at Earps. Spencer, the goalkeeper for Spurs, straight at her at the end, so she didn't have to worry too much about the shot. Greg Livingstone asking, are you streaming later, Jamie? Yes, we've actually got a double stream going on from 4 o'clock. I'll be doing the Women's Champions League game, so you have a choice. You either join me or my mate Joe and Stuart, because they'll be doing the League Cup final at 4:30, and I'll be doing the Women's Champions League game between Bayern and Chelsea. And here comes Spurs. And United make the clearance. Lossie Jones asking, what's the Women's Super League table looking like at the moment? Let me, I can find that out for you. I mean, Chelsea are currently top. They had that very, very important draw against Man City earlier this week, which we did cover, which was an exciting game. It was pretty much nerve-wracking up until the last minute as well, where Chelsea had to hold on to make sure City didn't go ahead with just 2 games remaining in the season. And here come United, and it couldn't get through. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. I think that was Staniforth who was trying to get to the end of that. But yeah, no Jackie Gronin. Sorry, Gronin. She's actually on the bench, so she hasn't started today. But looking at the WSL, Chelsea are topped by 2 points with 2 games to go. They're not playing this weekend, of course, as mentioned. They're playing in the Women's Champions League today. So Man City second, United are third, but of course they mathematically cannot catch up to City after, with obviously 3 games remaining, including this one today. They're 10 points behind City as we speak. That's how the table would look if they draw today, Man United. Arsenal are 4th. They are a point behind United, but they do have a game in hand, even after they do play their round today. Everton 5th, Brighton 6th, Reading 7th, Tottenham 8th, West Ham United 9th, Birmingham City 10th, and Aston Villa and Bristol City are the bottom 2 teams in the league at the moment, so they're under the danger zone of going down. So that's your table at the moment. Gabby Bryant asking, you still going live for Chelsea later? Yes, we'll be on at 4 o'clock pretty much when the game kicks off. So that's Bayern Munich Women versus Chelsea Women, so do join us for that. It's now with Kristen Press. Does well in a tight area to get the ball out still, and it's through to Hansen. No, she couldn't get there, and it's straight to the feet of the Tottenham goalkeeper. I thought I'd change my camera. Just because the other one is still just never in sync when you want it to be. I'll have to figure that out. United on the back line at the moment, just having to play it back all the way to their goalkeeper Verps, which of course the other United goalkeeper has come back from her little spell at West Ham United on loan. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you later, Gabby, when Chelsea are on. Are you hoping for big things for Chelsea? Stan Hansen, and it's 1-0. Man United have scored. It was Hansen with the assist, but I'm not sure which player it was that scored. Nice cross, low cross into the box from the left wing, and a simple left-footed shot to put it into the bottom right corner of the net. Hansen did well here to outpace her opponent, then with the cross in. And I think the goalkeeper got her hands to it, but it wasn't going to be enough. So already after just 9 minutes, it's 1-0. Luke Tanner says, good afternoon, Jamie. Luke, have you recovered? He was up all night doing the UFC 261. Spurs have a throw in here after conceding an early goal. Hello. Sorry about that, folks. I needed some drink because I forgot to get drink ready for the stream. Gabby says, yes, I'll see you later, and Chelsea should definitely win. It's going to be a tough match, though. Yeah. I don't know much about Bayern Munich women's history in the Champions League. I'll have to Google them before the game just to find out what their legacy has been like in the competition, because if they've won it before, then you'd expect them to be the favourites. Because Chelsea, as far as I'm aware, have never won the Women's Champions League, but Arsenal have. But that was back in the 2000s, so it's been a long time coming, having an English team winning the European Cup in women's football. Sorry, Greg, I was meaning to respond. He's asking, is the game live on BT Sports? No, it's on the BBC Red button, which you can watch on the BBC Sport website. That's what I'm watching it on. I don't think BT are covering this one. Luke says, I've recovered from the watch along after a great night of fights. So United 1-0 up after just 13 minutes if you've just joined us. Spurs having to play it round the back foot at the moment. Them to be careful. Greg Livingstone says the League Cup final is so weird because I don't want City to win, but I don't want Tottenham to win. But one of them have to win because for obvious reasons. But if City do win it, it will be weird. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that because yes, this is the first time we're seeing two of the 6 teams that said yes to the Super League early this week, and yeah, it's a weird one. One of them has to win it. But again, of course, let's not forget the UEFA president has come out this morning saying that all the clubs that wanted to get involved in the Super League will get punished. There will be consequences. So I'm sure we'll find out soon once they've had a big think about it anyway. Spencer with the goal kick. She's played it short. Spurs haven't really shown much up front, which doesn't look good for our predictors early on in this chat page from Greg and Lossie Jones. But early days, only quarter of an hour gone, and United actually have a free kick here just outside the box, probably about 25 yards out, I'd say. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We do a lot of women's football when we can. We also do men's football. We do other sports. We did the UFC last night for the first time, thanks to Luke Tanner, who's chatting away on the live chat page as we speak. Just getting ready for this United free kick. And there's it's funny seeing Kristen Press and two other United players form a wall right in front of the goalkeeper behind the wall, and Spencer's having to push them away because there's two players surrounding her. But this is a weird one. I don't know. Can the referee's not going to them to sort it out? So it must be allowed. Now they've run away back in. I don't know what they're doing because they'd be offside surely. So they have run back. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. They're making it look complicated with this free kick, you know. They haven't even taken it yet. Katie Zellem's behind the ball, but now she's... Well, I think she might get a yellow card. And yeah, the referee's going to give Zellem a yellow card, I think, for time wasting. She's just checking the back of her shirt to know what number it is, and Katie Zellem gets a yellow card. Why don't they just take the free kick? Seems so over-tactical, this. It's just a free kick. Have a shot at goal. She'll score now, probably. Nope, takes a deflection, and it'll be a corner. I think this is United's first corner of the game. So after all that, Zellem took the free kick, only to hit the wall and go deflected behind for a corner. Spencer tried to keep it in, but she couldn't get there in time. And now the referee's having to have a few words with the players in the box before this corner is taken. Here comes the corner. Spurs head it out. Hansen with the ball in, and a header at goal, and there's another one. And I think it's Kristen Press who has scored. Yep, Kristen Press with the header, it looks like. And United are 2-0 up before we've even reached 20 minutes here. And United, this was a big game for them today to get those 3 points and put the pressure on Arsenal in their game later for this battle for third place. And what a cross that was. Spot on from Tone. Tone will get the assist. Press with the head, and that's why they've signed her. Just that experience she has. And the world-class football that she has. So, 2-0 to Man United. Press with the second goal of the game. Man United have it back in possession already again on the left wing. 30 seconds before we reach the 20th minute. Let's read more of your comments. Do get in touch, folks, on the live chat page. We like to read all your comments about the game or anything else football related, maybe. Let's have a look at what Greg Livingstone is saying. The League Cup final. Oh no, I've already read that. BK saying can't wait for the Chelsea women's game later on. Yep, that'll be live on our channel on YouTube with me later on at 4 o'clock. So do join us for that. That's Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women in the Champions League. Greg Livingstone says, Jamie, as a City fan, what makes it more disgusting? Our owner is a multi-billionaire. That's what makes me angry, because realistically, Man City is probably one of the top 6 richest clubs in the world. Oh, no doubt. Top 5, yeah, surely. You know, the player recruitments that they've made since they got taken over in 2008, it's helped the team grow and become more known around the world, as well as the money, the branding, and the name of Manchester City. No doubt about it. And the more fans that they've got because they're winning. Let's be honest, fans like winners. But yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, the Super League, I'm just glad. I can't believe it's been a week already since they announced it. It was a week today, wasn't it, when they announced it, that the Super League was agreed on with all those 12 teams. And I'm just glad that I'm speaking here now and there isn't going to be one. It looks like, since all the English clubs have said no to it after saying yes to it. So I hope they do get fined. I hope there is a contract there. If they pull out, they get fined or have to pay something. Yeah, they've got to be punished. Simple as that. You can't let them just make up their minds, change their minds, and think they'll get away with it. Gabby says, kind of want United to win, but I don't know, with a laughing emoji. Well, I'm a United fan. I was going to wear my United shirt, but I didn't have time to. I don't know, I just put on any shirt I had, which is a Spain shirt. But it's the same colour, isn't it? Red. And we're now at 870 subscribers. Thank you very much for the follow. Our aim is to, at some point, get to 900 subscribers. So if you haven't already and you're enjoying this watch along, do subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Tottenham have got a throw with Neville to take it. And it's now onto the right wing for Spurs. Ball comes in. United deal with it. Oh, they've cleared it out for... Yeah, it's gone for a throw. And the ball's nearly going out of the box again. And Tone, who got the assist for Kristen Press's goal, made the clearance. But I thought for a moment it was going to go out for a corner, which, in the position she was in, it was not necessary. Throw has been taken. And Harrop will take it again. I think Man United have a free kick. Yep, they do. Do get in touch on the live chat page. So yeah, responding to Gabby again. Yeah, I'm a United fan, so I want United to win. Greg Livingstone says, I hope Leeds beat Man U today. We'll go for 2-1 Leeds, a double Patrick Bamford goal and Fred goal if he starts. That's a random one. I like, as in the Fred one. I'd like to see Fred score again. As a United fan, I do like. Well, I don't know about Fred. He nearly joined City. Let's not forget, Greg. He was a target for City and United. So I think either way, he was going to Manchester that summer, but it's whether or not he was going to be wearing a red shirt or a blue shirt. Lossie Jones says, come on Spurs. How do you feel, Lossie, about Spurs putting themselves in the hat for the European Super League? As a United fan, I did actually say in the video, which you can actually catch on our channel, which we talked about early this week, was, you know, the debate was, before they all pulled out, was, will the Super League happen? And yeah, I pretty much said if United did go out on that pitch and compete in the Super League, then I would have not supported United anymore. Just because, but mainly because of the owners, not because of the club. We all know it's the owners that are saying it all, that are making these terrible decisions at the moment. Having to let the cat out the... Sorry about that. Lossie Jones saying, I wasn't happy about it then, Jamie. No. I don't think anyone was, were they? Lossie Jones saying, I'm loving the Women's Super League at the moment, and Liverpool pulled out. He's United with a strike. Oh, it's gone wide. It would have been some goal if it had found the target, and I think that was Tone again. Yep, it was Tone who had the shot. Ella Tone, who has had some games so far, already got an assist. Greg Livingstone asking, do you think Patrick Bamford will score a double against us, against United? No. I'd just expect United to win, to be honest, mainly because we're playing well. And that away record, I think United are really fighting hard to make sure that they finish the season undefeated away. They've done it for over a year, but they haven't done it in an entire season. But again, maybe I'm being a bit too cocky. Lossie Jones. Oh yeah. So actually, I've got a question for you, Lossie Jones. Are Liverpool out of women's football altogether? Have they got rid of the whole squad? Because I know that they were struggling and they got relegated and they ended up in the Championship, but I can't remember if they still had a team. I haven't watched them in a while, so it does make me feel like they might be non-existent anymore, which is a shame if so. But how do you get it all wrong when it's a big club like Liverpool? Surely there's some funding there. Just about to reach half an hour here in this game. It's Man United 2, Spurs 0. Both goals from United. Second goal came from Kristen Press, and the first goal coming from Tony. Tony's already got an assist as well, so she's got a goal and an assist today. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Oh no, Lossie Jones said they've still got a team. So they're not even in the Championship anymore, which if people didn't know in terms of the women's football structure in England, the Championship is the second tier. Here come United on the left-hand side. Ball comes in. Oh, it could be 3-0. It is. It took a deflection, but it's in. And Man United go 3-0 up. And it's all been United. The first half is going all over the place. Trying to figure out who scored that goal, to be honest. It was Hansen with the cross. And it was Sigsworth who scored. So it came to her in the box. Laceyed it right into the top corner of the net. And because of that, Man United are now 3-0 up. Which feels like it's already 3 points there for Man United. I don't think Spurs will come back from this. I mean, famous last words if I get that wrong now. But yeah, Spurs have not shown any existence at all up front. And instead they're just defending at the moment. But every time United go up, they seem to be very clinical. So Lossie Jones says that Liverpool women are actually playing today in an hour. I wonder if that's in the... That's not the FA Cup, is it? Oh, WSL 2. Okay. Oh, so they are... Oh, wait, sorry. They are in the Women's Championship. Sorry. I kept thinking from what you were saying that they had gone out completely. Casey Stoney, always never convinced. She's always wanting more from her team, even when they're 3-0 up. And she always sits on one of the coolers. She pretty much does a... I don't know how she could sit like that when there's no back on it. I don't know, I just don't like stools or anything. Not if I'm going to sit there for at least most of the match. But it gets her closer to the sidelines. I don't know why she didn't just stand up. Here come United again. Spurs have won the ball back though. Just outside their own area. I think Hansen might get... She's not going to get booked for that, surely not. Greg says, Jamie, what makes it more disgusting is that the Tottenham Hotspur owner is English, and I cannot believe that he went forward with the European Super League. Disgusting. Yeah. Lossie Jones says, I'm following Liverpool men and women, and Manchester City women and Chelsea women. Who's your team? You can only have one team. Don't tell me you support all them. If you're just following them, that's fair enough. But it's weird meeting fans when they support more than one team in the same country. Yeah, it doesn't look good for Livy, but my only problem is with these owners is that they'll just stay put most likely because these clubs are worth a lot of money. So it's not easy to just find a buyer, especially right now, in a pandemic where people are, not many people have got the money to spend like that to just buy a football club. And here come United again. It's on the right wing. 10 minutes left in this first half, and Spurs could do with half time right now. They're all over the place. Oh, I just couldn't get it on target there. Handsome. United have a free kick on the far right-hand side. Staniforth will take it. BK says Lossie loves this game. She absolutely does. Where are you from, Lossie? Are you based in England? I must admit, Bonnie, sorry, BK, when you put loves this game in capital letters, it reminds me of Patrice Evra. I don't know if you remember Patrice Evra doing it on Instagram, but he would literally just shout, "I love this game!" He's even branded it. He's even made sure he sells T-shirts and all that with "I love this game." It's basically his like company on the side. Lossie Jones saying, "No, I am in Wales." Whereabouts in Wales? Greg asking, have fans been out to protest outside Old Trafford? Yeah, they did yesterday. I don't know if they're doing it again today. I'd imagine. I wonder if Leeds United will do anything outside Ellen Road in terms of the fans. I think they'll do it just to try and get under the United players' skin, really, ahead of the game, and just make them feel a bit nervous since they won't be able to watch inside the ground. BK knows exactly what he was doing. He says he put "love this game" in inverted commas. It's a great quote. I love this game. It's great. He does it like so many videos and still says it all the time, and it never gets old. He's even done sketches so that it ends with him saying, "I love this game." It just never gets old. And Neville for Tottenham has just been given a yellow card just before a free kick will be taken, and that's Ashley Neville. And yet again, the United free players that did this last time with the free kick are standing in front of Spencer, the goalkeeper, again, which I just don't get, because they're just trying to cover her vision just for a moment until they run back into position, because obviously if they kick that ball, it's the most weirdest free kick thing going on. Oh, it's just gone over the bar. And Staniforth nearly worked, but they've even got two of the United players standing in front of the ball before Zelen was, you'd assume Zelen's going to take it. So they stand in front of the ball so that the goalkeeper can't see the ball in a way. It's just, I think they're just trying to mess with the goalkeeper's mind, trying to prepare herself for a free kick. It's hilarious. Don't know if it works though. I've never seen it before in football. Is this, a tactic that could end up being picked up by other teams? Or maybe United Women have picked it up from another team. I'm not sure. But Casey Stoney must approve it, otherwise they wouldn't do it. And here comes Spurs again. Far side, it's on the left-hand side, but it's now United have comfortably picked up. They've just not had much to worry about, the United defence. The Spurs highlight for me in this game is they had a ball that went across the goal mouth, and that was it, but it didn't find any of them. That's all I can say about Spurs' highlights in this first half, and there's only a few minutes to go till half-time. The ball comes in from Hansen. Doesn't find any of her teammates in the box. Sigsworth has got it. Darren Hughes says, didn't Evra lick a raw chicken once? He loves that game, with a sick face emoji. Nothing would surprise me with that man. He's crazy. But we love him. I just love his passion. He clearly knew what he signed up for when he joined Man United. One of the best transfers of all time at United. He was only 5-6 million. Same transfer window where they signed him from same summer they signed him and they signed Vidic. Lossie Jones is Abergavenny. Yeah, I've been to Abergavenny. Must be sunny there today. It's lovely here, and I'm near North Wales, so I'm in Malpas in Cheshire, which you might have heard of. If you have, let me know. That's where I'm based at the moment. Gabby's got back in touch and must have left the stream for a bit and has just gone, since when was it 3-0? Yeah, he missed 2 goals. Here comes Spurs. Can they get anything before half time? Spurs again. And it's going to be a goal kick after all that. They thought it was a corner, but now the last touch did come off one of the Spurs players. Naz, I think it was. So yeah, Gabby, you've missed a bit. You've missed a bit in this game. The goals from Tone, Sigsworth and Kristen Press for United so far. That's how it's 3-0, and it's just going one way at the moment. A couple of minutes to go till the half-time whistle. Greg asks, where did Evra play? And Jamie, did you rate him at Man United, or did you rate him as a good player? He was left back for United, along with Vidic and Ferdinand as your centre backs. Then you'd have Gary Neville as right back, and then, I mean, Evra was great for the price he was as well. I mean, he won everything at Man United. You know, he was one of the players of that Fergie era that won every trophy going. The Premier League a few times, the Champions League, the FA. Actually, no, I don't think he ever won the FA Cup, Patrice Evra. No, I think that was the one he just didn't win. He won everything, but just not the Europa League and not the FA Cup. He left just before Van Gaal won the FA Cup in 2016, which was Van Gaal's last game as United manager. And then Mourinho would get hired later that week. But yeah, I rated him. I thought Evra was solid. His highlight, even though we lost in the Champions League against Bayern Munich in that game at the Allianz Arena in 2014, it was that absolute thunderous strike he scored that actually put United ahead in the tie. But sadly, it's one of those goals that came too early, because the moment United scored, Bayern Munich just pressed the button on and absolutely battered us later on in the game, sadly. But yeah, Evra's great. And I think there's a picture from that game that he uses as part of his I Love This Game logo. So, but yeah, every time I think of Evra at United, it's always that goal. It was such a good goal. And he never really scored he didn't score many goals because obviously he's a left back. But referee's just stopped the pass there for Spurs and has had to pick the ball up and let Spurs have the ball again, which of course is the new rule. So she got in the way there. Free kick taken. Earps clears it out. And so, only a minute of added time given. And here comes Spurs. It's on the left wing, and just seconds remaining of added time. They've only put one on the board. Spurs can get themselves a goal before half time. It gives them hope. But instead, United have won the ball. Can they go on the attack just before half time? No. Oh, Kristen Press is frustrated. She was running down the middle with two of her teammates making the run as well and hoping that they can find a fourth goal, but the referee decided to put it down to half time, and Kristen Press has gone straight to, well, she's having a laugh with the referee, but I think she's annoyed because they look confident in trying to go for a fourth goal. But to be honest, it was at 46 minutes the moment they got to the halfway line, so I think the referee did the right thing. So anyway, the players have gone into the tunnel for half-time. Man United will be happy, but Spurs, they need a big team talk and some inspiration to somehow turn this around, because at the moment it's Manchester United 3, Spurs 0 at Lee Sports Village. It's a sunny day and the sun is certainly shining at Man United at the moment. If you've just joined us, the 3 goals from United, the 9th minute from Tone, then Kristen Press scored with a great header on the 19th minute, and then Sigsworth with a cross into the box, struck it home with her left foot. And those are the goals that separate the two teams at half time. But of course, as mentioned as well, it's a big result if they do get the win, United, because it puts pressure on Arsenal women in the table. Because they're both going for that 3rd spot, which is the last spot for European football. They're just showing the goals again. So it was Kristen Press who started the attack, got it through to Hansen, long ball down on the left-hand side, and then it was a cross, and then Tone, completely unmarked. She didn't think about it, she just did it, and struck it with her left foot into the bottom right corner of the net. And I like goals like that, because you see it sometimes, like Man United, for example. They, as in the men's team, they literally just make so many passes into the box, and it's like, just shoot. And this women's team with United, they just do it. They're very direct. They're just showing the second goal now. Kristen Press with a header, and that was Tone getting the assist from the right wing. It was a great delivery, and Kristen Press, as long as you feed her the right delivery, she'll absolutely nail it. She's one of the best strikers in the world. She's won the Women's World Cup twice, so she knows what she's doing. And then the second goal, which was a cross in from Hansen. So Hansen's technically got 2 assists, even though it came off one of the Spurs players, but I'd still counter it. She's the one who got the cross in after it all. And then Sigsworth again struck her with her left boot, roof of the net this time. And those are your highlights mainly from half time. So do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. What do you think of the game so far? Do you think Man United could stop Arsenal women from getting Champions League football next season? Because as you can see, the fixtures on my left, you can see that Arsenal host Brighton later today. Let's read some of your comments. Joel Mitchell says, hello. Hey Joel, how's it going? Says, I never watch soccer, but good day, Joel. You should get into football. It's called football, Joel, not soccer. I don't know where you got that word from. Lossie Jones says, I want to tell you something, that I'm obsessed with Steffi Houghton at the moment. Steph Houghton's great. She didn't play in the game against Man City. Sorry, not Man City, that's her team. Against Chelsea in midweek, which was a big game. She didn't play, though. I don't know if that was because of injury. But yeah, she didn't play. But Steph Houghton's great. She's a leader. You know, she's proven that as England captain, I think. And, of course, for Man City. And she's won many trophies at Man City as the heart of the centre-backs. So yeah, Steph Houghton's a great player. I need to let me just check how old she is. She was born in 1988, so she is 33 now. And she joined Man City in 2014 after 3 years with Arsenal. Yeah, very good player. Darren Hughes says Evra's goal versus Bayern with the emoji face dribbling out of its mouth. Yes, that goal, as I've already talked about, was just... I just remember being at the Red Line, my local pub, watching it. And you just didn't expect it, but somehow just ever thought, with that ball coming through him, you just thought, if I just whack this straight, it'll go into the top right corner, which, yes, it would if you get it right. But how did he get it right? The timing of the kick and everything was amazing. And yeah, that goal was amazing. I went crazy in the pub thinking, we might actually just beat... Because at the time, we were playing the European champions of Bayern Munich. They had won it the season before, so it was quite incredible. Greg Livingstone's asking what time is the Leeds game kicking off. It kicks off at 2 o'clock. So I'll have to try and find it and have it on in the background, I think, for when the game goes into... when it starts, by the time this United Women game finishes. Agel, hello Agel, says 3-1. Well, it's 3-0 at the moment. I wonder if you've put a bet on that prediction, Agel, because you never know. But Tottenham getting a goal would seem very unlikely at the moment. And Lossie Jones says it's sunny here as well at Abergavenny. Anyway, folks, I'll be back in just a moment. I'm just going to have a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll get ready for the second half. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. The second half's just about to get underway. So if you have just tuned in, where have you been? Because we've seen 3 goals already after just one half. Man United winning 3-0. Of course, do get in touch on our live chat page. Still just waiting for the second half to start, folks, hence why the clock hasn't gone up. I thought they were ready to go, but they're just kicking it around, Spurs, while some of the United players aren't actually back out yet. Of course, despite the fact that it's sunny at Leeds Sports Village, there is quite there's quite a few of the substitutes for both teams wearing big coats and all that, so it must still be a bit chilly at Leeds Sports Village. I wonder if it's a bit of a windy ground. I've never been myself, but the wind certainly plays to an effect, no matter where the sun is. And there's going to be a substitution here for someone. I'm not sure which team yet. But the cameras are focusing on the 4th official. So, not sure which team that is still. They haven't, who are they going for? The teams are still warming up. They're a bit late here for the second half. And it's Cho who's gone off for Yanni. And that's for Spurs. No one from United, it seems. And Spurs are just in a huddle in their bid to try and pull off a miraculous comeback, you'd think, with that scoreline. Let's read some of your comments since I've been gone for a few minutes. Just wait for the game to resume so I can start the clock. And away we go. So Spurs kicking off the second half. They're attacking from right to left. Man United from left to right. Let's read some of your comments. Lossie Jones saying, I'm ready for the second half now. JF says, hello there from the US. Hello, JF. Whereabouts in the US are you from? Gabby says, Jamie, you should definitely wear a blue top for the Chelsea match later. Oh, no. No. I can't do that. I can't do that. What do you think people would think? They'd kill me. I do have a blue top somewhere, I think. Not a Chelsea shirt, of course, but... Oh, hang on, here come United. They're in the box. Spurs can't clear it. It's with Staniforth. Now Hansen. So, it looks as though Gabby wants me to wear a blue top for the live watch-along later. So do join us for that. If you didn't know it yet, it's 5 o'clock. Ooh, is that a penalty? I'm not sure what the referee's saying here, but looked like there was a foul somewhere, but I can't see it being a United penalty. Ooh, she didn't get the ball. I didn't see it like that. It looks as though it might have just been on the edge of the area, so I don't know if that... No, it's a free... No, it is a penalty. So United do have a penalty. Oh, well spotted by the ref, actually, watching the replay, because I didn't see anything. But yeah, again, I'm not a referee. So, can Man United make it 4-0? And it's scored. And Tone's got herself a second goal of the day. I was going to say evening then, it's the afternoon. 4-0 to Man United. And this game's pretty much done and dusted if you ask me. Man United 4, Spurs 0. And actually, looking back at the replay, it was a penalty. As I said, I didn't expect anything from that, and the referee did give it. And it looked as though it was just inside the box as well. But the Spurs coaches, the bench, that team watching on, I think they just want to go home, really. Let's not forget, Spurs are in the bottom half of the table. So it's not been an easy season for them, even though they did have, for a bit, Alex Morgan. Just, hello Joss, Salah giving us a thumbs up. Thanks Jost, hope you're well. Lossie Jones saying Manchester United women's team is good now. They've learnt a lot this season, and I think it's just showing how serious they're getting. Josephine Green for Tottenham's just received a yellow card, which matches her shirt because that's yellow as well. Tottenham playing in the full yellow kit today. Greg Livingstone saying, Jamie, if did not know, Henderson is starting in goals for United. Yeah, he's been starting all the Premier League games recently. Europa League games have been more for De Gea, which makes me think De Gea is finished at United come the summer, because I can't see United keeping both for another season. One of them will have to go. It's a shame about De Gea. I really like De Gea, but I think United can't afford to let a young goalkeeper like Dean Henderson go somewhere else. A, because he's English. B, he's a very good goalkeeper. And yeah, C, because he's younger. And here come United. Here's Tone. She's looking for a hat-trick. Ball comes in. She didn't get the kick, Tone. And Spurs have cleared it out for throwing on the far side. If you haven't already, folks, do click that subscribe button. Do follow the channel. We'll be doing the Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women game at 4 o'clock. But also, we'll have another stream going on the channel, which is the League Cup final at 4:30, which is between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. So United with a free kick here. I'm glad United have pretty much got the win, but you don't want to see a one-sided game like this, really. Not so early on in a game. But it's a good win if this will be for United. Spurs just not there at all today. Spurs haven't been an easy team for United in the past, especially away from home. Here's Tone. I think all eyes are on her to get that hat-trick this afternoon. Greg Livingstone asking me, how do you feel with Harry Maguire's season so far? He has not been the same. He has not been the same since Leicester. Just clueless. But would you take Wesley Fofana? I know he will be 80 million, but he's a consistent player. I'll be honest. I don't think people watch Harry Maguire enough. I think he gets criticised very easily. Harry Maguire has been solid for me. He's made mistakes, but doesn't every defender. For example, I don't rate John Stones yet. He's getting a lot of praise this season, but the stats are starting to say that he's starting to lose it. You know, I don't rate John Stones. I think in the whole time City have had John Stones, I think he's been pretty poor. He's been there for a long time. They spent a lot of money on him, but no one talks about John Stones at all, saying it was a bad signing. Oh, Spencer! Nearly gave the ball away, the goalkeeper for Spurs. Under pressure, she did well to get away from it. And Man United will have a free kick. Neville's already got a yellow card. Will she get a second? And it was Sigsworth who was fouled by Neville. I don't think that was a foul. Yeah, Harry Maguire's going to stay because of the money anyway. He's not going anywhere. I've not been a big fan of Lindelof, but he's been a bit better, I would say. But yeah, United's backline isn't the best. We've had better, of course. At least as a United fan back then, you felt more confident when you had the likes of Vidic and Ferdinand leading that backline. But yeah, at the moment, as a United fan, you don't feel that confident with that defence. But recently they've had some good games. I mean, our fullbacks are just ace. Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka have been awesome. The only problem I have with Wan-Bissaka is he can't really attack. He can't cross. He was brought up to defend, not to attack, which of course has changed the style in football. United's free kick comes to nothing, and it's gone all the way back to their goalkeeper of Earps. And it'll be a throw-in for Spurs midway in United's half on the near side. Greg Livingstone says, never had a bad game. Don't think he's ever had a bad game this season. Fofana and Saglaw could fit into the United Man U. Both players are clinical and so consistently playing good players. Greg says, thoughts on Marcus Rashford was doubtful for the game today. I don't even know what to expect from United this summer in terms of signings. In terms of, I don't know what, I don't know if there's been any indication of where he's going to go. You know, like, sorry, where he's going to, I just don't want about Solskjaer, like which players is he going to go for? Again, will he even get a backing? Because let's not forget, last summer he didn't sign anyone till the final day, which was a free transfer for Cavani, which of course, great free transfer, couldn't go wrong with it. But I'd love to know what United do this summer. And, you know, let's not forget Ed Woodward is still going to be in the job, I think, this summer. So he might still have a say of who Solskjaer signs before he leaves the role. But I don't know. I think it comes down to if United have actually got any money. Kristen Press tries to go for goal. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper, but you could just see the power and the finish that Kristen Press has got. It's so good to watch. Makes her world class. Very dangerous player. Lossie Jones says, Greg loves this game as well. He loves this game. I'll never be able to do it as good as Patrice ever, but I always try. Greg also says, Jamie Stones, he's better than Harry Maguire this season. He just clueless on the ball where Stones is not clueless. Whoa, what? Harry Maguire's been awesome on the ball. If anything, he's one of the few that actually pushes the ball forward when we need it. Oh, Kristen Press has a shot saved by Spence. Another long-range effort outside the box. That was a great strike from Kristen Press, but goalkeeper denies her yet again. Press only has the one goal today. But no, Harry Maguire has been great on the ball. I don't think Harry Maguire is as bad as people say he is. I think he's a good defender. I think he gets talked about like that because of the money that United spent on him. Which, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't have gone with Maguire anyway when we signed him. I wasn't sure. But he's okay. I like him. I think he also wears the badge as well, Harry Maguire. He grew up as a United fan. And that's the one thing I've loved about Solskjaer's signings. He's actually signed players that want to play for the team, not how much will I get if I join the team. I don't think that's interested Solskjaer one bit. I think he let go of Lukaku because Lukaku said he didn't want to play for United anymore. And what I'm glad about that is that Ollie didn't fight to keep him. And I'm thinking, well, you shouldn't. And I think that's what I liked about Solskjaer since he's come in. He's done some great recruitment. Takes time for him to build that team. But this season they've done well. Actually, let me check the Man United men's team lineup for this Leeds game. So, Man United have got Marcus Rashford up front, Daniel James, Bruno Fernandes and Greenwood. That looks interesting, that. I'm looking forward to seeing them four up front. Fred and McTominay as the usual defensive midfielders. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka in defence. And yet again, Dean Henderson starts in a Premier League game. So I'm quite happy with that United lineup. No Pogba, though. Pogba's on the bench. So is Cavani. So you've got two good players there, haven't you? I mean, Pogba's hit and miss for me. I still can't get my head around Pogba. I most of the time say he's been poor at United in his spell there, but then he will go and have a good game and then he makes me look stupid, which is rather annoying. And it looks as though Man United are going to make a double change. Actually, no, triple change from the bench. Which they'll at least get half an hour to play. The free players won't come on just yet, as the play has continued on from the Tottenham goal kick. And there's going to be quite a few substitutions here to try and follow. So Sigsworth's coming off. For Galton. Gronin's about to come on. Which did surprise me that she didn't start, but I wonder if she had an injury or she was just resting her. Taking their time with this, come on, make these changes. Because the game has paused for them. I think Zellin's just gone off for Gronin, yeah. Yeah, Staniforth's gone off as well. For Ross, Jane Ross, that is. Not Jonathan Ross. And Tottenham have made a change. Dean has gone off for Davison. So I think that I need to remind myself if they only have 3 changes in women's football in England at the moment. Of course, in Europe, in the men's game, it's been 5 changes for some leagues and 3 for the other. Lossie Jones says, I love Women's Super League. Do you love Women's Super League, Greg? Greg has responded and said, Lossie, I do attend to watch some women football. think that's the thing we'll look forward to, just being able to go to football matches again. Oh, Neville's just come off for Morgan for Tottenham Hotspur. That's not Alex Morgan. Let's not forget, Alex Morgan has now left Spurs. She left back at Christmas. So Tottenham have made a couple of made 3 changes now, and so have United. So I don't think either team can make any more substitutes. 25 minutes left to go. Man United 4, Spurs 0. Comfortable win this is looking to be for the hosts in their bid to try and get 3rd place in the Women's Super League table. But if you didn't know it yet, and you're wondering how can I watch the Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women game later on, do join us for that at 12. Sorry, not 12. At 4 p.m. We'll be doing a live watch along for that. So do join us. But also you have the choice of doing the League Cup final watch along with my mate Joe and Stuart, who will be doing it at 4:30. So there'll be 2 watch alongs on at the same time on the channel. So you have a choice, or maybe put both on 2 different devices. It's completely up to you. Completely up to you. So, Spurs with the corner. And yet again, just no threat whatsoever from Spurs. And Hansen trying to chip it over Spencer, but I think Spencer got a hand to it. Ooh. Was it a corner? Yes, it was. Lossie Jones says, I've been to Manchester City twice and seen Steph Houghton twice. Yeah, I've been to Man City's Academy Stadium for the women's games a few times. I actually was there reporting on it once. Couple of times for I don't know if the website still exists, but it was a few years ago, which was Women's Soccer United. Here comes the corner for United. Oh, couldn't get it into the... Nearly went in. Nearly crept into the top corner of the net, straight from the corner kick. But yeah, I was doing it for a website called Women's Soccer United, and it was when they sealed the WSL title. I can't remember what year. I think it was either 2015 or 2016. But Lossie, we'll have to both go when we can go back into stadiums again. We'll have to both go to a game. That'd be fun. It's nice to actually talk to women football fans on this chat today. She actually also says that Liverpool women are playing now if anyone wants to watch. On YouTube, apparently. I think the coverage for women's football is getting better as well. We are starting to see more women's football matches being broadcast live. Probably because of the pandemic, because none of us can go to them. But it's still good to see. Hopefully they can continue that for when we are back to normal, whenever that will be. But, you know, if all the restrictions do go come June 21st, then I think that does mean we can have big fill-out stadiums again. You know, no social distancing, no masks or anything like that. Be good when that all goes. Man United have had a throw-in. Here comes Galton, who's probably had her first touch of the game since she's come on from the bench. She's on the left wing. And she's controlling the ball and dribbling it nicely. She's going backwards, though. And after all that, just as I describe it, that she just goes and gives the ball away. It's going to be a corner kick here for United. Can Man United get a fifth goal here? They've got less than 20 minutes to go. So the corner comes in. Spencer with the save. She tipped it. It didn't go over the bar because it stayed in play. Kristen Press has just pushed her opponent down. Spencer's made a lot of saves in this game and she looks tired. Bless her. She's done the most in the game, you could say, for Spurs, to just make sure that they didn't have more goals conceded. Lossie Jones, I've just left my email address there. So do send me an email. Greg Livingstone says, Jamie, what about Ruben Diaz? He's better than Harry Maguire. Yeah, he's way better than Harry Maguire. He's a great player. And he's been so clinical this season. Probably the best defender in the Premier League so far. That's my opinion. He probably is at the moment. Diaz has been phenomenal for Man City this season. I'd probably agree. I mean, it would have been interesting if Virgil van Dijk wasn't injured this season. Would Liverpool have been doing a lot better than they are now? Probably, because their defence has certainly missed him. But yeah, folks, I've just left my email address there. If you want to get in touch, this is for everyone who's watching. Feel free to send me an email and we can always exchange emails talking about women's football and all that. So, of course, it's always good to talk to fellow football fans. So feel free to send me an email. It's going to be offside there for Spurs, and Man United have a free kick. Yeah, Greg, I was just going to bring that up. Greg's saying that Sky Sports are covering all the women's games from next season, which is great. They're doing it with BBC, so they're sharing it. It is good to see Sky Sports pay for that. I was a bit surprised that they got the rights, because I honestly thought they were focusing on other football games. Gabby says both United teams are playing at the moment. They certainly are. I'm just keeping an eye on the men's team game now on my, just updates at the moment, because I'm having to use my iPad to watch this women's game. Lossie, I think you're trying to put a link into the YouTube chat, which for some reason it won't let you do it, which is putting the link in for the Liverpool game. I'm not sure why it won't let you, but I don't think it allows it, in case you're wondering. It's probably because YouTube are trying to be safe. Let me put it in for you if it helps. So there's back with the game. Nothing's really happened. Kristen Press just missed the target there inside the box. She would have loved to have got her second goal. And I think she knows she's normally better than that. But with the scoreline, I think they'll let her off. If you're wondering what the latest score is between... Oh, hang on, here's Galton. Oh, miskicks it. Would have been a beautiful goal. She tried to go for the volley. I don't know if she was offside, though. I'm not seeing the flag raised since the chance was wasted, but it was a long ball into the box and she was going to go with the volley. She got to the ball. Kristen Press header through. Oh, couldn't get there. Now Galton in the box. He's just missed a chance before now. Hansen. Now here come United. Press now with a shot saved. It's not going to be a corner, is it? 11 minutes to go. It's just been all United. Double save from Spencer. I'll say this now for Spencer. Some of the big teams should look at Spencer. Well, I know I've only just watched her today, but she's made some good saves today. It should have been more goals for United, but Spencer's made sure of it to have stayed at just 4 goals. I say just, but could have been a lot more against Spurs today. Greg asking, so Jamie, are you doing the women's game later? And will Sky still do the men games as well as the women's? Of course, yeah. Sky have got the right still for the big games in the men's football in terms of the Premier League and the Championship and all that. BT Sport will obviously carry on doing the European football and the Premier League with Sky. But yeah, Sky are getting all the women's games as well, which I'm Sky's annoying because you have to pay for it, and the subscription fees for Sky is not great. So that does mean some of the women's games won't be free to watch, but BBC are going to still show some of the games as well next season. So, was that a corner? Nope. We're now at 871 subscribers, so thanks very much. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel. It's free. Just click the button, and that means you start to become a follower of the channel. Lossie Jones says, Jamie, I took my ex-girlfriend to see Steph Houghton. Was she impressed? Which other players did you see that day, do you remember? About 8 minutes to go. Man United still leading by 4-0. They've got a free kick here, the Reds. And they just keep pushing for more goals, which is exactly what Casey Stoney will be happy about. Do join us later on, folks. We'll be doing the Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women at 4 o'clock on the channel, so do join me for that. And then, of course, at 4:30 we'll be having Joe and Stuart, who will be doing the watch along for the League Cup final. So you've got a good choice this afternoon. So it's a free kick here for United on the left-hand side. Megan Campbell. I'm trying to remember that player. Oh, excuse me. I must admit, I had a few drinks last night and I'm starting to feel it. So Megan Campbell is an Irish footballer. And she still plays for Man City. She joined them in 2016, and United are going to make another substitution, so the limit must not be 3 substitutes. Kristen Press is coming off. She got a goal today. She could have had more, but she seems to be running off smiling. She's happy. And Forrest Dotter is coming on to replace her. And there's going to be another substitution. Baltul is coming off. But I'm not sure who she replaced. Oh, excuse me. Meanwhile, the Tottenham team have got one of their players injured and is being checked out, hence why the substitutes have been made. And Jones is replacing Battle. So Lossie also saw Karen Barnsley. Yeah, she plays in the States now. But she actually, if I can remember, Karen Barnsley had... she has American background, I think, in her family. If I can remember, I'll have to have a look. I'm sure she was born in the States, but then she came over here and became a goalkeeper. Yeah, Karen Bardsley. 36 now. So she's still part of Man City, but she's on loan to Reign, who are a team in the United States, one of the big women's teams. Of course, women's football in the States is probably the biggest league in the world. Kristen Press has got the player of the match, which surprises me because Tone got an assist and got 2 goals. That's who I would have given it to. But Kristen Press has played well. She could have had more goals though. She did miss a couple of big chances. But there's less than 5 minutes to go. Man Utd Women 4, Tottenham Hotspur Women 0. United searching for that 5th goal to end it with 5 stars. But yeah, Cam Barsley, yeah, there we go. Her place of birth is in California, in Santa Monica. 36 years old now, been at Man City since 2014. She's got at least 81 England caps, 5 if you count Great Britain. Of course, there's the Olympic team. It's weird, like our women's team have an Olympic team, but our men's team don't. It's just really weird how it's just never been a thing for our men's team. Lack of interest, I'd imagine. Here come United. They had one, of course, Team GB in 2012, but it's going to be a corner for United. We did have one in 2012, but if I can remember, I don't think they even got out the group stages. I might be wrong, but I think they just did it because we were hosting it. Still goalless between Leeds and Man United in the men's game. There's been 19 minutes of that played so far. Spencer's just made a save from a corner. I say made a save, it was more just picking it up in the crowd from the delivery. Greg has got in touch and asks, do you feel Jesse Lingard has a future at Man United? He says, I don't think so. I think West Ham should keep him permanently because he's been unbelievable to get them to get game time to try and get to the Euro squads. Yeah, at this rate, Jesse Lingard will go to the Euros, I think. I think he might just get a late place if he carries on like this. I think Spurs have just made another substitution, which won't really do anything. I don't think. We've only got a minute left until we reach the 90. Of course, if you are wondering what the fixtures are, folks, they're of course next to me there. Man United, of course, playing Spurs right now, 4-0. 5. I keep thinking we've scored 5. They can't get a 5th goal, it seems. Birmingham City are about to play Reading, Arsenal about to play Brighton, and West Ham United hosting Everton at 2:30. So that's in 8 minutes' time, according to my clock. Oh yeah, Nadia Nadam, Lossie Jones has met. She doesn't play for Man City anymore. If I can remember, they terminated her contract. And Lauren Hemp. Yeah, Lauren Hemp the other night was fantastic to watch. Somehow she didn't score that header. I mean, it's not her fault. It was just a great save by Berger for Chelsea. So 3 minutes of added time. 30 seconds into the stoppage time. Greg saying Jesse Lingard should be at West Ham next season, playing to get into the future England camp. I don't... I think if West Ham have got the funds to get him, West Ham need to get Lingard. I like Lingard as for what he's done for United, especially his FA Cup final winning goal in extra time, I think it was, to beat Crystal Palace at Wembley. But, you know, that was in the past. And in the last year or so, before he went to West Ham on loan, he was having a terrible time. You know, I think he had things going on off the pitch as well, but it hasn't been good for him. Here comes Spurs. Minute and a half to go. Greg saying men's had an Olympic team at the 2012 Olympics. Yeah, I went to one of those games. I think it was their opening game against Uruguay. And it was actually the day before the opening ceremony. That was the weird thing about the football tournament. They always normally have to start it like the day before the opening ceremony, just because it's to fit in the tournament matches that is required to complete it. It's going to be a free kick here for Spurs outside the box. Probably be their last chance of the game to at least try and go home with a goal, but Earps, the Man United goalkeeper, would hate to finish the game without a clean sheet when Spurs have shown no real effort up front. It has just been Spurs in this game chasing the ball down, and that's it really. Gabby asking how long of extra time. It's just about, well, there's about 20 seconds to go pretty much. Spurs with a free kick, takes a deflection. They have scored. Oh no, poor Earps. And it's a great free kick from Kennedy. It took a deflection into the goal, but I think it helped it. It went a bit higher, and then it went into the top left corner of the net. It's the goal of the game. But it obviously doesn't do anything towards the result. They will lose 4-1 at least, but they get the last kick of the game, and they do find a goal. But what a free kick. I don't think Earps will... Well, hopefully she's not too hard on herself, but yeah, she's even just slammed the ground the moment the ball went in. So it will end at 4-1, it seems. And yet, full time, the referee has blown the whistle for for full time. So that's it then. So Man United do get the 3 points. 3 goals in the first half and then 1 goal in the second half. Made sure that they would get the important win today. So, Man United 4, Spurs Women 1. And the pressure is on Arsenal now as they're about to play. I think they're playing right now against Brighton Hove and Albion. So it'll be a big game for them because they need to get that win to put themselves back in the race for top 3. And of course that last Champions League spot, which I believe is for 3rd place. So the race continues. Big win for United. Tottenham lose again. Who knows? Who will get that last spot in 3rd? We'll find out. There's only a couple of rounds to go. We'll go through the table and results in just a minute. If I can find it. Oh. We'll just edit the score on the title. Right, there we go. So yeah, let me just get the table up. So after that, Man United now 3rd, 2 points ahead of Arsenal. 3 points ahead, but the live table will say that United will go 2 points clear if Arsenal do draw today against Brighton. They're at home with Brighton right now. It's currently goalless there. Chelsea, of course, top with 2 points clear. Same amount of games played as Man City. Man City on 49. So, of course, the top two nearly pretty much sealed, but we know who will be our top two, which is Chelsea and Man City. But which order will it be come the final, come the end of the season? Let's have a look at the rest of the table. So with Tottenham, with their defeat, they are staying at 17 points after 20 games, which doesn't look great for their season, but they're 5 points clear from Villa and Bristol City at the bottom of the table, so they should be okay. But let's actually look at Man United Women's matches coming up. So they've got 3 games left? No, 2 league games left. Next Sunday, they're away at Bristol City. And then the final day, on Sunday the 9th of May, they host Everton. And then they play an FA Cup Women's game in the 5th round. But that's not until the 16th of May after the league season is done. And that's at 2 o'clock. So there's a few cup games still to be played in the FA Women's Cup before they can decide who will play in the final, just because they had to sort out the schedule. So that's a bit of a pain for the organisers, but it's good to see that they are actually going to sort that out and make sure that there is an FA Cup final this year in the women's game. So yeah, some big games coming up for Man United Women, but today they are victorious and they'll be delighted with that win. So 4-1 it ends for Man United. They're still in the hunt for the top 3 spot, but can that put the pressure on Arsenal when they play Brighton as we speak? Anyway, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back at 4 p.m, so do join me in about 90 minutes time for our live stream watch along of Bayern Munich Women versus Chelsea Women in the first leg of the semi-final. I'm looking forward to it, and do join me for that, so don't go anywhere. And do join us in an hour and a half's time. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.